Chapter 25, Brothers in Blood. Fueled by fear and anger, Gaston and the other villagers ventured toward a nightmare through the mists and the woods, through the darkness and shadows until they reached the castle. It was a terrifying place, shrouded in monstrous gloom. Everywhere they looked were statues of gargoyles, and other foul creatures looming in the darkness, peering at them. Gaston could feel their eyes on him and hear whispers within the walls. He couldn't hear what they were saying, or if anyone was saying anything at all. But he couldn't let the atmosphere distract him from his purpose. He was there to save Belle by putting an end to this beast, once and for all. As the mob stormed the castle, Gaston stalked his prey, quietly, searching every room for the beast. He wasn't sure how, but something about the castle felt familiar. It was the strangest feeling. As he went from room to room, he felt as if he had been there before. He came upon a room that looked different from the others, decorated as he would decorate a room for himself. On the dressing table were two objects that looked out of place, a spindly gold candelabra and a peevish-looking wind-up clock. On the bedside table were a quaint, cheerful teapot and a small chipped teacup on a saucer. His mind began to shift as images of faces he didn't recognize appeared in his mind, and again he wondered what he was doing. Why was he there? He cleared his head and remembered. He was going there to save Belle, to kill the beast. He wasn't going to lose someone else he loved to this monster. So he shook off his confusion and tried to ignore the whispers and kept searching until at last he saw the beast. The beast was alone, looking as if it had been waiting for Gaston to get there. For a brief moment he felt sorry for it, as if the creature knew its fate, as if it had already been defeated before Gaston arrived. There was something about its demeanor that told Gaston the beast knew it was about to die. Gaston took his aim as the beast slowly looked up at him, and just as Gaston released his arrow, he saw sadness in its eyes. For a fleeting moment, Gaston felt the beast's pain as the arrow struck its shoulder. He wanted to scream in pain too as the beast roared. Before Gaston knew what he was doing, before the beast could retaliate, Gaston rushed the creature. It was pure instinct, and it caused them both to careen out the window onto the balcony. They scuffled until Gaston had the beast cornered at the edge of the roof. The beast just sat there in self-loathing and despair as Gaston mocked the creature, laughing at it, wondering how he was ever afraid of this monster. How could this weak, pathetic creature be the beast of Jean Valjean? How did it kill his father, the bravest, strongest, best man he had ever known? Get up! Get up! What's the matter, beast? Too kind and gentle to fight back? But the beast wouldn't even look at him. It deserved its fate. It knew one day Gaston would come for it. How could he not, after everything the beast had done? As it just sat there, it gave Gaston a moment to snap off a jagged piece of the roof that he could use like a club. He raised it into the air, ready to smash the beast's skull wide open, when he heard Belle's voice below, screaming out in terror, "No!" With one word, she broke his heart. Belle wasn't afraid for Gaston. She was afraid of him, afraid Gaston would kill the beast. He heard the beast mutter Belle's name as he snatched Gaston's weapon out of his hand. The creature found his strength and rose up, roaring in Gaston's face. It was a terrible battle, the two scuffling perilously on the rooftop, until the beast managed to escape Gaston's clutches and hide himself among the shadows. Gaston couldn't find it. He couldn't believe he had let the beast escape again. But it hadn't gotten away, had it? He would have seen it flee. No, it was hiding like the coward it was. Come on out and fight! Were you in love with her, beast? Did you honestly think she'd want you when she had someone like me? The beast sprang out from his hiding place among the gargoyles. Something about what Gaston had just said felt familiar to him, like he had said the words before. No, that wasn't it. Words like those had been spoken to him, but by whom? He shook off the flurry of half-memories and images swirling in his mind. He couldn't let himself be distracted. He had to focus. He needed to save himself and Belle from this monster. "It's over, beast! Belle is mine!" he said. But the beast wrapped his monstrous hand around Gaston's neck and squeezed it as he held him over the edge of the roof. As he dangled there, Gaston felt the world drop away from under his feet. He knew death waited for him below. His mind was flooded again with veiled memories, most of which he didn't understand, but which somehow he knew belonged to him, with things he had forgotten. Put me down, please, don't hurt me. I'll do anything, anything," Gaston said, pleading with the beast for his life. And then he saw the beast's anger melt away, and in its eyes he saw something he recognized as the beast pulled Gaston back onto the roof. The memories were beginning to come into focus now. Strong, wretched, horrible memories filled with sorrow, pain, and revulsion. "Get out," the beast roared, shoving Gaston to the ground, turning his attention to Belle, who was running out onto the balcony. Gaston watched as the beast climbed the balcony to reach Belle. His mind was a whirlwind of half-memories and fear, and then it clicked. He knew this beast, and not because he had been attacked by it. Gaston's memories were jumbled and confused. Only flashing images were flooding his mind, partial memories and half-truths. He didn't see their entire story. He didn't see the whole truth. He only saw the horrible things the prince had done, the pain he caused Gaston. He remembered Mrs. Potts, and the night she told Gaston how his mother had died. He saw the pain in her eyes when she described the beast eating his mother alive. He remembered the night the prince insisted they disobey Gaston's father and hunt the beast, causing his father's ghastly, gruesome death. And he remembered having to send Princess Tulip away to keep her safe from the prince. How could he have forgotten all this? As he stood there watching Belle and the beast looking at each other with love, he knew he had to save her too, from this horrible creature, this horrible man. He had to kill the beast to protect Belle. He had to kill him to avenge his family. He was sickened by the thought of Belle being with this monster, and he had to do whatever he could to protect her. He crept up on them as slowly and as quietly as he could, and he took the beast by surprise. Using all his strength, he buried his knife as deep as he could in the beast's back. The beast roared out in pain as Gaston quickly pulled out the knife and swung at him with it, this time going for the kill. He missed, and the two teetered at the edge of the balcony, losing their footing, both of them perilously close to falling to their deaths. In that moment, Gaston was ready to die. At least, he would take the beast with him, and Belle would be free of them both. But then he saw it, Belle's hand reaching out, but not to him. It reminded him of the statue of his mother in front of her mausoleum, reaching out for her hand to him, as if beckoning Gaston to join her on the other side. And in a flash, Gaston remembered. He saw the truth. He saw everything. His mind was no longer obscured in a thick fog, and all his thoughts were his own. He saw everything clearly. He saw his and the prince's story, almost like one of the books he and Kingsley had read together. He remembered his best friend, the man he loved like a brother, more than a brother, the man who said he had no room in his heart for anyone but him. And with the few moments he had left before he fell to his death, Gaston hoped his friend had truly made space in his heart for someone else, and with Belle, he would break the curse at last.